After retaining President Masai Ujuri, undeniably the best executive in the league, will be in the six for years to come. Number 4 overall pick Scottie Barnes looked more than NBA ready in his summer league debut. He looked like a future two-way star. Additionally, Masai brought in former All-NBA player and MIP Goran Dragic, along with 21-year-old big man prospect Precious Achiuwa. The GM god Masai Ujuri has taken the franchise from the dark days of Andrea Bargnani back in 2013 to championship glory with an all-time great roster back in 2019. Here's every reason for why the Toronto Raptors have had an A-plus offseason in 2021, and if they can make the playoffs with a talented young roster. Before continuing, I re-uploaded my Durant video, which was trending before it was blocked due to copyright yesterday. The re-upload's struggling to trend again, but I was proud of that vid where I defended Team USA, so if you could do me a huge favor and go leave a like on that video and go check it out after this one, I'd be extremely grateful. Now into today's content. Thursday, August 5th will go down as one of the most important days ever for the Toronto Raptor franchise. Toronto's president of basketball operations, Masai Ujuri, agreed to a significant new deal that gives him the title of vice chairman in addition to team president. Over the years, Ujuri and his front office have displayed a knack for finding hidden gems late in the draft. Pascal Siakam was the number 27 pick, former Raptor Norman Powell, who just signed a $90 million contract in Portland, was the number 46 pick, and Fred VanVleet was signed as an undrafted free agent. Most memorably, Masai made the trade steal of a lifetime by getting Kawhi Leonard on a one-year rental from the Spurs during the 2018 offseason. After years of savvy draft picks, acquiring the Claw pushed the Raptors to the first championship won for a team outside of the United States. From moments like this to getting a first-round pick in return for Andrea Bargnani, a pick which turned out to be Jakob Poeltl, who was later used to acquire Kawhi Leonard, Masai isn't afraid to pull the trigger. Given Ujuri's excellence, it's come to a point where other GMs are hesitant to make deals with Toronto. He robbed James Dolan and the Knicks in 2013. He robbed R.C. Buford and the Spurs in 2018. Some of Masai's other notably outstanding deals include shedding the $82 million contract of Rudy Gay in December of 2013, acquiring role players like Patrick Patterson and Grievous Vasquez, who shockingly led the Raps to their first playoff appearance in 6 years. Another great move was Masai acquiring Marc Gasol at the deadline from the Grizzlies in return for Jonas Valanciunas in 2019. Gasol helped the flow of the Raptor offense with his brilliant passing and much better defensive ability than the big Lithuanian. There was some uncertainty about what Ujuri's future held when he didn't agree to an extension with the Raptors a year or two before his contract expired, but he continued his usual work in the draft and free agency this summer, signaling that he had no plans to leave the organization. Ujuri's had some strong statements in the past about what his Toronto team will accomplish, but here's what he had to say after signing his new extension. Quote, "On the court, our goal is clear, to bring another championship to Toronto. Our team is united in that mission. Nothing else will do. We will bring young talent to this city. We will value the veteran players who got us here. I've said it before and I'm saying it again. We will win in Toronto." End quote. Out of all the moves I just mentioned, believe it or not, a few of Masai's best draft picks and trades have come in 2021. After Cunningham, Green, and Mobley were taken off the board, Toronto stunned the NBA universe by passing on Jalen Suggs, who was ranked as the clear fourth best prospect, and instead selected Scottie Barnes. I'll show you how Scottie's already proving to be an excellent decision for Masai in a minute. About any other GM would have listened to an NBA draft aficionado and taken the best talent on paper in Jalen Suggs. And Suggs has a chance to be an all-star for Orlando, but Toronto already has Fred VanVleet under contract and Malachi Flynn off their bench. Jalen just wasn't the right fit with the Raptors personnel. I'm not sure who said it first, but a dumb cliche from basketball analysts is to not be concerned whatsoever with who you have on your roster and, quote, always take the best talent available. However, most GMs blindlessly obey to it and let Jay Billis make their selections for them. But the best part about Masai Ujuri is that he doesn't rely on the experts' take about a particular player or the cliches of what it takes to win. He's always innovating with his personnel decisions, going beyond the bounds of basketball's modern practices. Every current contender's success was built off multiple losing seasons, which allowed them to get high draft picks, but Ujuri simultaneously rebuilt the Raptors and sustained winning throughout the 2010s. He could have traded away DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry right after Rudy Gay in 2013, but Toronto didn't follow the unwritten rule that you have to suck to ultimately win a championship. Moving on to Toronto's number 4 pick in 2021's NBA draft.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scottie Doo.
Scottie Barnes has a 7'2" wingspan promulgated by his magnificent defense. When you watch Barnes buckle down to lock up his matchup, it immediately registers that what he's doing isn't a fluke. The kid has special defensive talent. I'm not sure why everyone was so shocked when Toronto took him over Suggs. Barnes was the ACC Freshman of the Year and defended like a phenom all throughout his one and only year at Florida State. In his summer league debut, Barnes not only locked up defensively, but he dominantly created and knocked down any shot he wanted to offensively. He scored in the post like a polished veteran, he was knocking down perimeter daggers with ease, and also showed off some stellar passing ability. I'm really impressed with Barnes and could honestly make a separate video on both him and Masai. Leave a thumbs up for that. Before deciding how improved the Raptors will be for next year, let's quickly look at the recent additions of Goran Dragic and Precious Achiuwa, who the Raps acquired in the Lowry sign and trade. The Dragon isn't only an all-star, as I previously mentioned, but the man won the Most Improved Player of the Year 7 years ago in 2014. In that season with the Phoenix Suns, Goran averaged 20 points, 6 assists on shooting splits of 50-40-76. 3 years later, Goran had another 20-point-per-game season in Miami. A season after that, in 2018, Goran was named to his first All-Star team. Top of his accolades in the NBA, Dragic has had a stellar career for his national team and overseas. He's a Slovenian League Rookie of the Year and champion. He was the MVP of the FIBA Eurobasket tourney in 2017, leading Team Slovenia with Luka past Boban Marjanovic and Bogdan Bogdanovic and Team Serbia in the gold medal game. Fast forward to 2021, and the Slovenian's 35 years old at this point, so we can't expect him to be the prime version of himself in Toronto. But it's not like his productions mightily fell off. Dragic was actually more efficient and averaged more points than Jimmy Butler did when the Heat were swept by the Bucks in the first round. The Dragon can light up arenas when he finds a rhythm, so this was a great acquisition. Not only did Masai Ujuri and GM Bobby Webster receive Dragic, but they got a springy 21-year-old big man who has a chance to make the Heat look silly for throwing him into this deal. Precious Achiuwa has DeAndre Jordan-type upside. The man has beastly athleticism and a 7'1.5" wingspan. With a little more veteran leadership, experience, and playing time, I think the number 20 pick from 2020's draft could be a dynamic role man in Nick Nurse's system. But overall, based off the maturity of Scottie Barnes, the veteran poise of Dragic, and the expected progression of OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, and Malachi Flynn, Toronto should have enough to compete for one of the final playoff spots out east. How good do you think the Raptors will be? Let me know in the comments. You're the best for sticking around. Go check out that Team USA Durant video. D-Flow signing off.